from Vicarious Visions.
That's right.
I almost said Vicarious Visions, but like the way that I messed it up earlier.
Got a real problem with that word.
That's a really tough word for me. So let's dive on into some gameplay here, and we can start talking about all kinds of stuff. So this is obviously the long-awaited remaster, remake, something.
Yeah. So this is a remaster. And here's a good example of remastered cinematic.
I got to say, though, I mean, I feel like you're selling yourself slightly short on a remaster because I've never seen anything kind of to this level.
Right. So yeah, we consider it kind of a AAA remaster.
Okay.
And our team's been very experienced making AAA games, and we've tried to treat this as we would any other title we make, original or not. So, a lot of love and care has gone into this. I mean, we just, take a step back real quick and just kind of look at the scene. I mean,
look at those physics. They didn't have this kind of stuff back on the PS1. Come on. Remaster.
Only with the power and precision. By the way, we're seeing this on.
So this supports PS4 Pro.
Yes, it does.
And tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing on the PS4 Pro version.
So for the PS4 Pro, we've enhanced the graphics and upped the resolution to look even sharper and more colorful than ever.
Nice. So we're sticking with 1080 here for YouTube, but game is looking fantabulous. Look at that foliage.
Yeah.
Remember when everyone used to talk about foliage, and it was like a big foliage like arms race?
It was all foliage and water.
You guys won that arms race based on what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, no, that was a big push for us. I think, you think back when Crash Bandicoot first came out on PlayStation 1, and it was, by my eyes, probably the best looking game on the PlayStation 1. And that's a huge legacy to live up to. So, when we took this on, we said we've got to make that big of an impression, and I like to think that, we've got beautiful amounts of foliage. It's just a lush environment, and obviously, as we've seen, both Crash and his enemies just ooze personality.
Okay,
super important.
Careful with that one. You gonna go for it?
Oh!
Yeah. Smooth.
So at least you got the one up.
Yeah.
So death is a large part of the Crash franchise. We try to make sure that each death it needs to be funny, it needs to be amusing, and I think we have over 100 death animations in the game.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
So what does that process look like when you're going back to the original games created by Naughty Dog and kind of redoing all this? How painstaking is that process of trying to get everything just right, but also making it work in this new version?
It is, well, painstaking is a very good way of describing it. But we had the luck, I guess, of getting a hold of the original level meshes. So that was kind of the cornerstone that we built on. And that allowed us to basically then remaster the gameplay, knowing that if we fit within those level parameters, it would at least be in the right direction. But, after that, it just involves a lot of iteration. It involves playing the original game. It involves, just scrubbing back and forth. It also really involves, I think, just having a team who's really fans of the original and know the original front and back. We've got some team members where this was the game of their childhood, and I'll give you a good example. Jump. You know how critical Jump is for a platformer,
of course.
And so, we're like, oh yeah, Jump. Yeah, we got that. We had that in our previous games, and we implemented Jump the first time, and we go to them, and they'll be like, yeah, no, you guys didn't get it. Like, all right. So we go back to the drawing board, work on it again, and they're like, oh yeah, it's better, but you guys still didn't get it. And so we have probably iterated on Jump more than I think pretty much anything else in this game. Yeah. And but the end result, the end result will hopefully speak for itself.
Yeah, it looks incredible, but it looks like it feels exactly like I remember it.
Well, that was what we were shooting for.
Yep.
So it's good to hear.
Yeah, it's always kind of a difficult bridge to gap, I guess, trying to revisit something that people remember in such a specific way. But if you go back and play the original Crash games, they're probably not quite exactly as you remember them. This looks like how I remember the old Crash games.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's one of those things where we know, like I was saying before about the levels, you know you got to have certain things.
The guy's in his underwear.
Yes.
Yeah, he blasted his robe off.
You know, you have to have certain things that are exactly faithful to the original, but you also want to create just a little room for the team to kind of innovate and, you know, add their own stamp.
Yeah.
And add a few surprises so that, you know.
Are there any specific examples of the team leaving their own mark on this that you can share?
Certainly. I mean, you know, we can take kind of a large example. When we looked at the two-headed ogre dude, you know, he was swinging giant turkey clubs instead of, you know, regular clubs. And that was just a flourish that the art team thought would be funny.
Oh.
A little extra flavor to it. But, you know, taken on a broader level, we also decided to, you know, take some of the, well, I think it's the benefit of hindsight, I guess. You know, the game's been out 20 years, and, you know, fans have endlessly dissected it. So, you know, we were able to take, say, a feature that we thought worked really well for the third game and then apply it to the other two. The biggest of those would be time trials.
Cool.
Time trials were a fantastic innovation at the time that was added exclusively for the third game and created a lot of longevity. But, you know, we had to build it, and we're like, well, geez, why don't we just add it to the first two games as well?
Yeah.
So now, all games have time trials. That's 80 plus levels of time trials for all the fans to just play over again and again. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will complain about that change.
No.
Are there any like forums that you're keeping an eye on where people say they replaced it with a turkey club? How dare they? They're besmirching the legacy of Crash.
Well, I think after they watch this video, I'm sure it will appear on Reddit or Neopet. But I think people will enjoy the turkey club.
It's fun. It fits. It fits perfectly.
I enjoy it a lot.
Just looking great though, and I noticed the audio seems to be greatly reworked. It feels very faithful, but yeah, you guys totally like re-recorded the score. I want to say, right?
Yes, we did. We did get a hold of the original score as they were pressed on the original discs, and we were able to then take out the rhythm tracks. So that just pretty much helped us nail the tempo. And from that, we were able to layer new instrumentation to create a richer track that you're hearing now.
This is awesome.
I think that there's more skill involved in trying to play in such a way that you're showing off all the deaths, but not quite getting to a game over screen. So kudos on that.
Yeah.
Takes great skill.
So Crash Bandicoot, Crash 3 Warped actually first came out in 1998, I want to say?
98.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, I feel old.
It's been almost 20 years, which is incredible to say. What do you think that we've all learned as an industry and as game designers in the last 19